Mga kapatid, my dear Feast Magnolia family, my family, everywhere you go, people are tired. Do you agree? At work, people are tired. At home, people are tired. Habang nag-work, people are tired. Alam nyo dati, pwede ba akong magkwento sa inyo? Sa sobrang pagod ko nung younger years ko, sobrang overwork. Kasi pagka ikaw yung bata, ikaw yung aliping sa gigilid, di ba? Aliping na mamahay sa kumpanya. Sobrang pagod ko, nagpahinga ako sa MRT. Paggising ko, yung laway ko, nasa damit na ng katabi ko. Kaganyan na ako talagang tulo, laway, may hilik pa. Why? Everywhere we go, we're tired. May kilala nga ako nag-spa. Pagtapos sa spa, kamusta? Ito, pagod pa din. Grabe. Nag-spa na, pagod pa din. May kaibigan ako, tinanong ko, kamusta ka? Sabi ko sa kanya. Alam mo, sabi niya, ito, pagod pa rin, pero gwapo. Sabi ko sa kanya, sarili ko lang naman, kasi hindi ako judger, hindi ko sinabi sa kanya. Sabi ko, grabe to. Hindi lang pagod, bulag pa. I have yet to hear a person say, I'm rested and gorgeous. Nasabi niyo na ba yun? Hindi pa, di ba? I will describe to you in one sentence the human condition in today's society. Are you ready? Huwakan mo naman yung kamay ng katabi mo kasi baka pumiglas siya Sabihin mo sa kanya, people are overworking but underliving. It's called OU. Parang it's OU life. Overworking, underliving. More and more people are being infected all over the world. It's like a new kind of pandemic. Finding work that you excel in is great. True? Having good work is dignified because it makes you feel alive and it is productive and it is holy. But if you are not careful, you can forget to care for the other essential parts of your life and start under-living. May kaibigan ako, pwede mo magkwento? Paggising niya, gising siya. He wakes up tired, very, very tired. So what does he do? Ask me what? He drinks 8 cups of coffee every day to be productive and be awake. So, para makapagtrabaho siya, iinom siya ng kape. Actually, sabi ko sa kanya, pag sinaksak-kasakya ako, hindi na dugo lalabas Robusta. Medyo tipid daw siya Pag uwi niya, he's so tired from work, but here's the problem. Ask me what? Because he drank 8 cups of coffee, pagod na yung utak niya, but the caffeine is still inside of his body. So hindi siya makatulog. Anong ginagawa niya? Ask me what? Doom scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, lahat ng social media for 3 hours. Ends up falling asleep at 2 a.m., wakes up at 5 a.m., pagod, then 8 cups of coffee again, the cycle repeats itself. Does that sound familiar? Minsan nga, sabihin lang natin, isa pang episode. Isang buong season na. Tapos sira ng sleep mo. Tama? May kaibigan din akong isa naman. Another story. A friend, pag uwi niya, every time, ganito na lang talaga. Ayaw ko na siya kumustahin after niya magbakasyon Kasi tinanong, kamusta vacation mo? Sabi niya, ito, pagod. Kailangan ko na isa pang vacation from vacation. Wow. Because what he does is, every vacation, he crams 11 tourist sites in one day. Yung tipong pagdating mo, nakita ko na, picture, alis na, yung ganyan. Tapos, itong malupit. Pag nagbabakasyon siya, yung camera naka-on lang lagi. Video, everywhere, video. Tapos, anak, tayo ka dyan. Smile, picture. Pag end up yung phone niya, 500 photos yung anak niya, ganyan lang. Pagod na yung anak niya umiti kasi 500 photos in that area. Tapos pag tinanong mo, anong highlight ng bakasyon mo? Hindi ko alam. Why? Because he was busy doing his phone, taking videos and photos of everywhere. Why? Kasi kailangan i-post. Kailangan makita ng friends natin saan tayo pumunta. sometimes forget to have fun and just be in that moment. Today, I don't know if you know, I'm introverted. Kahapon nag-warmth ako nabully ako, nag-usher ako sa Serve Conference, 2,000 attendees. Sige mo, 2,000 attendees, hinayan ko kasi 10 lang kaming builder na pwede mag-usher. Tapos afternoon, talaga, good morning. Guys, ang hirap maging usher. I mean, gets ko kung mga extrovert, like si Angie, pwede siya 24 hours a day. Pero ako talaga, after mga 10 tao, recharge. Welcome to ServeCon. Welcome to Serve. Ko talaga nakakapagod yung ganun. So, ang nakakatawa ngayon, uso-uso kasi ang running. And high blood ng mga introverts sa running clubs. I'm not hating on running clubs. But running is an introvert sport. Kaya mo tumakbo mag-isa, yun, tahimik ka lang. But now, running clubs are making running so loud. So parang instead of making it peaceful, medyo nakaka-anxiety na siya because of whatever. So, but the good thing is, a lot of people are being more fit. I'm happy with that. But here's the thing. Ask me what? Let me get my actor first. Si Dom. So, Dom is a new runner. So, gusto niya mag-running kasi may nahabol siya because sabi ng mga tao, running is the new dating. Dating app. Wala na. Goodbye, Tinder. Strava na. Okay? So, running siya. And nakita niya yung mga friends niya, uy, grabe, 25 minutes, 5 kilometers. May insecure siya. So, tatakbo siyang mas mabilis. Ikutin niya yung stage, tsaka yung baba ng stage. Yan, takbo siya ng takbo. Tapos, dahil insecure siya, itakbo siya ng mabilis, bigla na siya mai-injure. May-injure siya, ayun, bali na yung paa niya. Tapos, kailangan na siyang buhatin ni Jordan at i-save palabas. Papunta sa crush niya. Parang, ay, nasaktan ako. Ganyan. Punta siyang Commonwealth ata eh. So, thank you. Palapan niyo naman yung actor natin. A lot of people today run so fast na hindi pa sila ready. Parang for example, pag rank and file pa lang, pag lot of graduates, pag first job gusto 90,000 kagad sweldo. Hehe. So what happens is, when you run fast and your body is not yet adapted to running, magkakaroon ka ng microfractures and then you get injured. You know the secret to running fast and running long? Ask me what? Run slow. Run slow. Ang nakakapikon lang kasi minsan, I've felt it, tumatakbo ka, chill run ka, 5K, rest. Tapos biglang may makasabay ka, na nag-speed work, yung mabilis tumakbo, may insecure ka, you wanna run fast. Yes? A lot of us wanna run fast like other people when our body is not yet ready. A lot of us want to have that iPhone 15 Pro Max, 1 terabyte, yung budget mo, pang Cherry Mobile. We want something that is not yet for us. That's why our life gets so stressful. Do you agree? Hawakan mo kamay ng katabi mo. Sabihin mo sa kanya, friend, we've lost our ability to slow down. Guys, if you can't afford, a lot of people now, I've heard, are getting into debt. Ask me why. Because magsasarado na ang Sofitel buffet and they haven't eaten. So bibili sila kahit di nila afford. And kalahati na ng sweldo nila napunta doon. Guys, what I want you to do is wag mo nang madaliin yung ma-afford yun. If you can afford only Diwata Paris right now, then embrace that season. Because you won't enjoy the expensive food or the fast running without embracing your season of pain and struggle today. Do I hear an amen? Embrace your season. Kurutin mo yung katabi mo at sabihin mo sa kanya, embrace your season. Nagmamadali ka lagi. So, a lot of people have this lifestyle, yes? So ano bang cause nito? I have a few causes. Reason number 1, you're fixing a financial crisis. Guys, I understand. If you're overworking because you have no choice, gets, di ba? Some people's incomes are not enough to cover their basic needs. Some, may catastrophe, medical emergency, may naubos yung pera, sickness, theft, nasunog, naloko, na-love scam, whatever it is. Some of us have a season na overworking. Gets? Kasi nga wala kang pera. Pero here's the thing, sabihin mo, season lang yan. Okay. The brother of my friend, he made the wrong business decision in his 20s. Nagkaroon siyang utang. His debt in business was 32 million pesos in the early 2000s. So, laki yung 1 million, yung 32 million ng early 2000s, sobrang laki. He slowly paid his debt by working hard, extra income, doing business, and simplified their family's lifestyle. And here's the thing. After 12 years of grinding, of working, he became debt-free. Galing. Palakpakan naman natin yun. He became financially free. And he now has a new business na nalampasan niya, sabi niya, kailangan ko pala malubog sa utang para matuto. Grabe naman, pwede naman 1 million utang lang. Kailangan intense, 32 million, parang ganun. So, he has a new business. It's called Great Deals E-Commerce Corp. So what they do is they become the e-commerce third party of other traditional business. So laki ng business nila ngayon. So, siya daw ang Jack Ma ng Philippines. His name is Steve C. So if right now you have no choice to grind in this extreme way because you're fixing a crisis, you're providing for your family because you're in a financial situation, I want you to know that if this is you, better days are coming. You will become financially free. Do I hear an amen? Reason number 2, you've stayed in your stretch season for too long. I was talking to a retired corporate executive. And tinanong ko sa kanya, so sir, ganda ng buhay niyo, ganda mo yung na-achieve. Sabi ko, do you have any regrets? As in like that one question, bigla siya nagbukas, umabot na kami from coffee to tsaa. Kasi hapon na, yung ganun. Sabi niya, his main regret was this. Are you ready? I wish I took more vacations with my family. Sabi niya, when I was growing up the corporate ladder, he didn't have time to date his wife. And he didn't have time to experience life with his children. He always said this next line, next time na lang. Narinig niyo na ba yan? Next time na lang. Sinabi niya kasi. By the time he retired, he was 65, forced retirement in his company. He was sick from the stresses of corporate politics and pressures in sales. He was SVP of sales. So hindi siya makagalaw na pagod na siya, hindi na siya wala. He was sick. And ito yung sad thing about it. Ask me what? His children, when he was 65, were all adults already. They were either living abroad or married with their own children. So tinanong ko, so what do you have for everything you sacrificed for your company? Doon siya naluha. Ask me why. I have this Rolex. I have a retirement fund. But I don't have my children. Kailangan ko pa makipag-appointment para makita sila. He lived in such a stretched life of working all the time that it became their family culture. His children started thinking, if I want dad to love me, I must be overworking too. So their children worked outside and did so many things, waiting to prove themselves to their dad. We can get used to a feverish pace of work where what was supposed to be a stretch season can turn into a permanent condition in your life. You know, if you walk in Singapore or New York, may pera sila, pero pag nag-walk luneta ka doon, susungitan ka ng tao, sisikuhin ka, di ba? They're rich, but they're also sick. Choose your life. Reason number 3, you escape through work. Subconsciously, people know something wrong is inside them. May trauma, may insecurity, may pain. But here's the thing. They don't know how to face their pain. So they're afraid to face their demons. So anong gagawin? Work is life. To avoid fixing brokenness, they distract themselves with busyness. Nangyari ba sa inyo yan? Hindi mo alam paano bayaran ang utang mo, trabaho ka na lang. Nag-away kayo ng asawa mo, bigla ka nagkaroon ng OT. Biglang tatanggap ng project sa work para hindi mo pausapin yung mga tao sa bahay. Reason number 4, you get praised for overwork. It's crazy how many people maintain low-grade exhaustion. And it's just the norm, not just a norm. In life today, exhaustion is a badge of honor. Do you agree? Alam mo sa company, simple naman sa corporate life eh. Gusto mo ma-promote, ask me how. Magmukha kang pagod. Diba? Pag mukha kang pagod, ay grabe, sabihin ng mga boss, busy siya. Pero, pagka umuwi ka ng 5:30 dahil masinop ka, maaga mo natapos lahat ng work mo, you look fresh, ay sabihin ng mga boss mo, tamad to. Bigyan pa natin more work. If you look exhausted, mukha ka, may iniinda ka na, ay, yun ang pinopromote sa companies. Do you agree? Guys, mahalin mo sarili. Reason number 5, you're trapped in a lifestyle you can't afford. Kanina, something bad happened. Reason number 1, that's why they have to overwork because they have to pay debts or have a financial situation. Reason number 5 is what most Filipinos do. You're trapped in a lifestyle you can't afford. This is what we call lifestyle inflation. Which is, the more you earn, the more you spend. Some people can't stop overworking because they're overspending. The bills are just too big. They cannot slow down because they need to support an expensive lifestyle. Even if we're getting sick, even if our stress levels are through the roof, and even if our relationships are suffering, our chosen lifestyles demand that we earn so much, so we're forced to work harder. Can you inhale? Exhale. Tanungin mo ngayong katabi mo, tinamaan ka ba? Here are some of the few reasons of the OU life, overworking, underliving. Guys, this is a raging pandemic. This is worse than COVID. But thousands of years ago, God already had the answer. God gave us His antidote to the pandemic 3,000 years ago. He called it Sabbath. You say the word? Sabbath. In Hebrew, it's... Gusto niyo matuto ng Hebrew? We pronounce it Shabbat. One more time. Shabbat. Yung may gigil sa dulo. Para kang Tagalog, Bisaya, and Ilonggo in one. Parang may gigil and lambing. Okay? Shabbat. Okay? Gusto mo maging Hebrew speaker? Ask me how. Just speak every word na may plema. Shabbat. Yung ganyan. Genesis says, so, I need you to focus on this. Genesis, the Hebrew word is Shabbat. So the creation of the heavens and the earth and everything in them was completed. On the 7th day, God had finished His work of creation and rested from all His work. And God blessed the 7th day and declared it holy because it was the day when He rested from all His work of creation. After 6 days of God creating the universe, forming the land, creating humans, He did something mind-boggling. He rested. Guys, question. If God is God, does He get tired? No. But so why did He rest? I need you to listen. God stopped to give us a template for living. Because He knows na marupok tayo. Because He was teaching us there are 2 blessings that Sabbath can give. How many? 2. Blessing number 1, a rhythm of rest. Work is holy. We get that. But here's the shocking part. Rest is holy too. When you rest, God smiles. When we serve others, we feel God's pleasure. When we make this world a better place through our work, we're really God's partners, building His kingdom in this world. But partnering with God is not only working with Him, but also means resting with Him. Can I give you a little context? Resting doesn't mean nakahiga ka all day, naglalamyerda ka, at tulog ka lang. That is not rest. You know, that is not rest. That is called katamaran. True rest, hindi ako nang-attack, I'm just saying, true rest is giving yourself wholly, fully to Jesus. That is why He included Sabbath as part of the 10 Commandments. Moses says, remember to observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. You have 6 days of each week for your ordinary work, but have the 7th day is a Sabbath day of rest dedicated to the Lord your God. On that day, no one in your household may do any work. This includes you and your sons, your daughters, your male and female servants, your livestock, and foreigners living among you. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens on the earth, the sea, and everything in them. But on the 7th day He rested. That is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and set it apart as holy. Admit it, today, medyo hindi natin siya gets. It's not part of our life. Sabbath is not part. It feels primitive, passé, antiquated. Sabbath is not a part of our vocabulary. We Christians today live with a 6-day Christianity. Hindi natin alam anong purpose ng 7th day. But kailan tayo nag-rest? If ganito, ask me when. Pag burned out na, pag depressed na, pag may spiritual dryness. Today, we only rest when we have no choice. When sickness or depression or burnout forces us to rest. But my dear brothers and sisters, that's too late. A rhythm of rest can prevent or minimize these problems. Regular rest is just the first blessing. Here's the second. Blessing number 2, a rhythm of relationship. Say it with me. Rhythm of relationship. Can I give you deep theology? Yes? God created the universe for one purpose. Relationship. That's why Jesus said the greatest commands are loving God and loving others. If you're not majoring on those 2 things, you're missing the mark. God created Sabbath to give us the time, space, and energy to build those 2 relationships. First, Sabbath is about growing closer to God. That's why I'm saying, hindi ang Sabbath about Netflixing and La Mierda. Let's do a Bible study. The 10 Commandments appear in 2 places. How many? 2 places. The first in Exodus, and just one to be read. The second one is in Deuteronomy. Importante to. Guys, can you listen? This will, sorry, nerd lang. I'm so passionate to share this with you. So kanina, the Hebrew word was Shabbat. Yes? Now, they didn't use in Deuteronomy, they didn't use the Hebrew word Shabbat. They used another Hebrew word. Ask me what? With phlegm. Nuwak. Nuwak. Shabbat kanina, now nuwak. Nuwak. Sakit. Which means dwelling or settling. Which brings the second purpose of Sabbath. God didn't create the universe and then walk away to hibernate. On the 7th day, what did God do? God stayed to live in the garden with man. That's why when you read the Genesis story, when we see God planting a garden where He walks with humans, listen to this. God gave us the Sabbath so we can hang out with Him. And your relationship with God is built on trust. You cannot practice Sabbath without trusting God. Basically, simple lang. Sabbath is being with God. And you know what? We practice a little Sabbath every day. Ask me when. When we sleep. When we have a hard time sleeping, we have a hard time trusting God. Do you agree? Pag tahimik na ang mundo, doon mo na iisip lahat ng problema. Tama ba? But here's my challenge. Be experts at falling asleep. When you fall asleep easily, it means you trust God easily. Yes? So, can I share to you how I practice my Sabbath? I list down all my concerns on my notebook and I put them under the sleeping Saint Joseph. Can you see it? Yeah. So that's my little nook. So may altar kami sa bahay, but that's my little nook. So Saint Joseph, there. Ayun si Saint Joseph, di lang kita. So Holy Family, can you see the Holy Family? Yung left, yun yung mga books na kailangan kong basahin pero hindi ko pa nababasa. So Holy Family, yung Bethlehem Star, nilagyan ni Gray ng maliit na sheep, yung notebook ko, Sleeping Saint Joseph, and I write all my concerns, and I lift it up, and I go, Saint Joseph, hindi ko alam sagot. Lord, ang daming problema. Ang dami kong, hindi ko alam saan ako ang pera sometimes. I don't know how to trust. I don't have these problems, but I trust you. So what I do is, Jesus, I write this and I ask King Joseph to take care of this. I'm gonna spend time with Viv, Gray, and Mary. Kayo nang bahala. That's how I practice my Sabbath. I surrender, then pray the rosary. That's how I do it. Just my suggestion. You see, guys, all of us work so much because we're always worried about provision. Because we worry, we have this idea of what? Ask me what? Self-reliance. If it's gonna be me, it's based on me. If you want money, you have to work hard. Yes? Guys, God's math on provision is different. Today, if you work 1 hour, you have this much, you will earn this much. 1 + 1 = 2. But if you trust God's provision, His math is something else. Ask me what? 1 + 1 = 5. When you trust God's provision, you get more than what you pray for. Taas ang kamay. Sino na-bless na in life? Sino yung taas na ng sobra pa sa hiningi nila? Question. If God already blessed you before ng sobra, bakit kinakabahan ka pa rin? When you practice Sabbath, you trust the Lord that He will provide. Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, God will provide. Later, itong medyo toxic Filipino trait eh. Alam mo, pag wala ka ng pera, hindi mo na binubuksan yung bank account mo. Hindi mo na binubuksan yung online bank mo. Tapos pag nag-withdraw ka, tinatapong yung resibo ka agad. Pero pag may pera ka, tuwan-tuwa ka, buksan yung account mo. Tama ba? Pero pag wala kang pera, pag kunyari, nag-ATM ka, kita mo, ay, may 100,000 pa, may pera ka, tuwan-tuwa ka, tignan yung ATM receipt. Pero pag wala ka ng pera, pag print, tapon. Here's my suggestion. Ask me what? Look at your bank account later. Kahit masakit. And say, Lord, I offer what I have to you. Jesus, I trust in you. Or you can say, help me provide. Amen? Second, Sabbath is about growing closer to others. Our basic design says we can only thrive within a family. By practicing Sabbath, you're giving time, space, and energy to strengthen your relationships with your family and your friends. Can you all inhale? Exhale. We live in a tragic world. Ask me how. If you ask a friend, pag tinanong mo, why do you work? Ano sabihin niya? For my family. Pag tinanong mo, ba't ka gumigising sa umaga? Sabihin niya, para sa pamilya ko. Yet the biggest irony is that because of work, many end up losing their families. Yes? Their marriage is empty. They don't know their kids. Their homes become like Airbnb. People come in and out, strangers. I've seen families. Hindi na sila nag-uusap sa bahay. What do? Tinetext. Kain ka ba? Pwede naman niyang puntahan. Pero we end up texting each other. In the next talks, we'll explore more on the practical expressions of how we can live at Sabbath. But let me close. Masakit ba yung talk? Tinatamaan kayo? Huwag kayong mag-alala, ilang araw ko na pinagdaanan to eh. So, tamang-tama na wala kang takas, di ba? Lahat tayo guilty at one way or another. Lack of rest means lack of trust. Tama ba? Ito lang maganda. Ask me what? You belong. So first, your work is not the center of the universe. There are more important things, God and family and relationship and peace and joy and kindness. And the second is the coming of God's kingdom. Guys, what's the point of working in a company or working for your business for 40, 50 years, but you will lose eternity? Medyo short-term ang 50 years job, tapos kawalan mo eternity. Tama ba? Remember, sige ito na lang, pwede mo hampasin ng katabi mo. Sabihin mo, friend or family, money is not the goal. Money is a tool. Make money, sabihin mo sa akin, make money work for you. Money should be your slave, not your master. Sabihin mo, kung ayaw niya makinig ng English, sabihin mo, hindi ka alipin ng salapi. Second, not everything depends on you. Your work is not the only thing that keeps you afloat. God is your provider. He's the source of all your blessings. So yes, you can rest and relax and play and rejuvenate and recharge. Here's the thing. When you need to rest, you don't need to go to Amanpulo. You don't need to go to Antarctica. You can find a simple vacation in Tagaytay, or maybe you can staycation at home. Am I making sense? Rest is intentional, not where you are. Tinanong nila ako dati, saan ang pinakamagandang place na puntahan mo? Ang sinagot ko, simple lang. Ask me what? Where Viv is. That is the most beautiful place in the world. Siyempre, Nick, wala pa siyang Father's Day gift, kaya joke lang. Meron na. 1 month ago pa niyang binigay. Siyempre, sale kasi nung time na yun, binili niya na. Baka save siyang 7K. Third, many things are not in your control. You don't have control over the people around you, or the economy, or the future. You're not God, and that's a good thing. Jesus says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Do you want rest? Go to Jesus. Can you stand up on a relaxed position? Makahinga ka. Can you close your eyes? Can you think about Jesus? Think about the cross. In your mind, can you list down all your burdens? All your worries today? All the things that keep you up at night? Can I ask you to put all of those worries in a box? Slowly put them one by one in a box. Tapos imaginein mo, In front of you is Jesus smiling. And a smile that tells you that you are loved. Gandang ngiti niya. And then Jesus tells you, masyadong mabigat yan para sa'yo. Tara na. Bigay mo sa akin. So can you give that box of burdens to Jesus? And He replaces it with His box. And you slowly open that box and you receive letters from Jesus. Letters of assurances. A love letter. It's telling you, ako nang bahala. Mahal kita. Maayos to. Whatever those things are. Receive. The thing is, Jesus can't give you a box of assurances unless you give Him the box of burdens. Because only Jesus can remove your burdens. Only Jesus can give you rest. Let God be God. Just remain in this prayerful position. Our worship leader will slowly lead you into prayer. And as we worship the Lord and we receive the Eucharist later, may God heal every cell of your body, every memory, every trauma, every worry, even your bank account, even your physical ailments. May God heal you and replace your worry into wins.